Oh, sorry. I thought you were someone else. I was looking forward to eating the intern. I haven't eaten in 3 days. As you can see, I am trapped inside of an insane asylum. Unlucky me. I know you were expecting my Risk of Rain 2 review instead of this, but, you know, when you piss off snowflakes on the internet, things like this happen. I'm bounded in chains by the people that despise my opinions, and because of that, I have been declared a heretic and am now scheduled for therapy. What's that? You want to know how I got here exactly? I know you didn't ask, I'm just giving excuses to shit out content. You see, I was invited by a good friend of mine, a British potato, to share some of my hot takes in media. He invited me, as well as his other friend named Deadkey, to make this video as part of his little, challenge, I guess you could call it. So this video is going to be a little different than the rest of them. I hope you enjoy it regardless, but if you end up fucking hating it, then I don't care. I thrive off of your hatred. Anyways, let's get on to some of my hot takes. So the first hot take I have is based off one of my favorite games of all time, Nier Automata, and some people in my Discord server already know this. Link in the description. I think A2 is better than 2B. I like both of these characters and I think they are both hot, but A2 seems more like my type of girl. I like how down to earth she is, I like her berserk mode, I think her character design is better, especially in Nier Reincarnation, and I also really enjoyed her character arc. From the outside, she's a stone cold killer who had an unending thirst for destroying all machines in her way, but deep down inside, she has a soft and caring side, and you get to see that side of hers once Pascal's village goes under attack. Also, this should be obvious by now, but she is pretty much similar to Kaine from Replicant, so yeah, I like A2 better than 2B. And that's not me saying that 2B is a bad character. I like her character as well, and she definitely had a lot of her moments, but I think overall A2 is a much better character. My next hot take is that I thought Fallout 4 was a good game. Let me clarify this. It's not great, it's not a masterpiece, it's just good. And the reason why I like Fallout 4 is because of its gameplay. While Fallout 4's story is dogshit, I didn't really care after my next playthroughs. I would just skip any dialogue that was skippable because I enjoyed the gameplay a lot. While Fallout 4 does have its technical problems, I enjoyed it overall because, as you can see, I have Stockholm Syndrome. Although to be fair, Fallout 4 is the only Fallout game I've played, so this opinion may be subjected to change once I play the original Fallout games or Fallout New Vegas. Next hot take that I have, I think Undertale fucking sucks. I think Undertale is one of the most overrated series I've ever seen come to fruition. It's not that good. Everyone seems to praise Undertale for very strange reasons as well. Like, rather than talk about the gameplay, they'll just simp for Sans. Like, what the fuck is this? Fanbase aside, however, not my type of game. Usually I like bullet hells. Hell, Nier is a bullet hell of sorts, but in the case of Undertale, I was just not captivated at all, and most of the time that the game was trying to be funny, the humor just falls flat. Hell, even to the point that I realized that one of the jokes they made in that game was literally ripped off from SpongeBob. So yeah, I hate Undertale. Next hot take I have is that I don't like Star Trek. Well, at least most of the movies. I thought the original Star Trek series was fine. It was a very fine series. But when it comes to the 3 movies by J.J. Abrams, it just didn't stick to me. I thought the story in those movies were piss poor and I wasn't really captivated by them. The only thing the first one got going for it was the comedy, and these movies were completely bloated with lens flares and I got completely distracted by them. Oh, and a little side story about Star Trek. See, I was a little kid, right? My dad would watch the first Star Trek movie all the time, and it fucking bugged me. Just every single day, there he is on the couch watching Star Trek. So one day, I decided to take the DVD of Star Trek and hide it so he couldn't play it. And then when my dad wanted to watch it again, he couldn't find it, and he immediately knew that I hid it somewhere because he knew I got tired of him watching it. So instead of my dad trying to find Star Trek, he actually invited me to watch something else with him, and I was like, yeah, I'll do it. And then we ended up watching like Ace Ventura or some shit. It was a pretty heartwarming moment if you ask me. The next hot take I have, I think Pokemon sucks as well. The only mainline Pokemon game I enjoyed was Pokemon Red and Blue. I enjoyed some Pokemon Stadium as well, but everything else just sucked in my opinion. I think the National Dex controversy surrounding Pokemon Sword and Shield was fucking pointless because it's already happened before. I think the card game sucks and collecting them is an absolute chore. And I hope Pikachu dies in a car accident. I just cannot stand this motherfucker. Oh, and speaking of card games, Yu-Gi-Oh! I love the original anime. Love it to death. I hate the actual card game itself because of how fucking complicated it is, but the anime was so fucking stupid that I thought it was good. Like that one time Seto Kaiba threatened to get himself killed if he lost against Yugi, I laughed my fucking ass off when I saw this part. So yeah, I love the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime, and I hate the card game. Also, before you ask, no, I don't like the other Yu-Gi-Oh! Animes. I watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal and it was fucking dog shit. Do not watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal. The other ones are either just as bad or mediocre. I never got to see the Yu-Gi-Oh! Movie, so let me know in the comments if it was good or not. Now, this next hot take is based off of anime as a whole. I think Accelerator from A Certain Magical Index is the best anime character ever made. The dude just fucking flexes the fact that he's the best villain. And not only that, he's fucking badass when he does it. Like that one moment where Accelerator aims a gun at himself, but when he shoots the bullet, it hits his opponent. Like, this character is fucking insane and I love him. And the anime by itself is good as well, although it definitely does have its cringe moments. But Accelerator just completely carries this whole thing for me. He's fucking awesome. Fuck Goku, fuck Naruto, fuck Ken Kaneki, and fuck Eren Yeager. Accelerator completely destroys them. If you have not watched this series of an anime, the fuck are you doing? Go watch them. Now, my last hot take is based off of what is my favorite video game of all time, and that's definitely a very hard pick to make because I've played a lot of fantastic games over the years. Just recently, I was gifted Risk of Rain 2, and it's one of the best experiences I've ever had. But there are also some games that I played a shit ton of back in my childhood, like the Dawn of War games, Team Fortress 2, Diablo, Gary's Mod, Doom, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, the original Nier Replicant, and so much more. But you see, even though all of these games were part of my childhood, there was one game that stood out to me the most, and it was a game published back in 2010. My favorite game of all time is StarCraft 2. I remember when I got this game day one, and I couldn't stop fucking playing it. Everything in StarCraft 2 was fucking insane. I loved playing StarCraft 2. I still love playing StarCraft 2. And yeah, I fucking suck dick at it and playing Melee, but I don't give a shit because it's so much fun playing the game. Everything from multitasking to controlling your units and watching the combat unfold and watching your opponent's base get absolutely fucking destroyed because of your big brain strats. StarCraft 2 was fucking insane back in the day. And then these motherfuckers added the arcade mode where they would allow players to create their own sort of mini games into StarCraft 2. And then I was like, what? That's fucking insane. So arcade mode fucking comes out, and I play the fucking shit out of it. StarCraft 2's arcade mode was fucking awesome. Right off the fucking bat, you got amazing games like Mafia, Hungry Hungry Arena, Desert Strike, Cortex Roleplay, Clowns Gladiator Arena, Squadron Tower Defense, motherfucking Star Chess was added into the game. It was fucking nuts. StarCraft 2 was fucking huge back in the day when this shit happened. But sadly, StarCraft 2 is kinda dead now. You see, StarCraft 2 has been going strong since 2010. But last year, the developers at Activision Blizzard had announced that they will no longer be developing StarCraft 2 any further. So as a whole, StarCraft 2's development is dead. There will be no more content added. No more war chests, no more campaigns, no more units, no more quality of life improvements for the editor, nothing. The game was officially done after 10 years. This announcement broke my fucking heart. StarCraft 2 is and always will be my most favorite game of all time, and it sucks to see that this game is slowly dying. Compared to what player count StarCraft 2 would hold up back in the day, it seems as though no one gives a shit about this game anymore. Some of my favorite arcade games like Hungry Hungry Arena are just straight up dead now. No one fucking plays that game. And then after Cortex Roleplay was created, then came Apex Roleplay, which was the more advanced version of Cortex. I can't stand the community in Apex or Cortex Roleplay anymore, because it's like these dickless fucking nerds have created the best story in their entire lives, and they think they have an IQ higher than 5 when you play with them. It's like you have a character that's like some dark god who's fucking powerful. It doesn't matter how powerful your character is, because then this dickless nerd will be like, look at this fucking loser. He's approaching my castle, which is shrouded by light. Time to straight up fucking kill this character. And then you also have these types of dickless nerds that will outright leave the game if they don't like your story. And it's like, who the fuck is so pathetic to the point that someone comes up with a creative concept to roleplay as that it drives you to leave the fucking game? This community is so fucking retarded. And that's why I left the Apex/Cortex roleplay community. You know what I do instead? I go into one of their maps solo and just fucking screw around in it like I'm playing Gary's mod or some shit. Put in some fucking Terran units and make some sort of survival game and just spam some infested Terran. It makes me feel like I'm playing some zombie defense game in StarCraft. I loved doing shit like this. So yeah, fuck you, Cortex roleplay community, and fuck you, Apex roleplay community, except the fact that you're a bunch of dickless nerds who should go outside and touch some grass because you're too busy going on these lobbies hoping that your dumbass character has the biggest dick and balls. I went off the rails on that one, didn't I? Shit, let me get my list. My Hero Academia fucking sucks. Battlefield 1 sucks. Halo Infinite's campaign sucked, but the multiplayer was good. I still think Battlefield 2042 is a good game because I have Stockholm Syndrome. Ultra Kill is better than Doom Eternal. Supernatural is the best TV show ever made. Doom 2016's multiplayer was better than Doom Eternal's. Steven Universe is the worst thing ever created, and it should die off into irrelevancy. And lastly, and I think this may piss off a lot of people, but I don't care, because I like pissing people off. God of War is shit.